from winning.
Seager, gone!
Just ask the Dodgers, who are seeking their 8th straight NL West championship.
It is gone! And the Dodgers have won it in walk-off fashion.
But confidence is on the rise in San Diego, and the 2020 Padres feel this is their time.
Myers to left field! Deep far! Very good! A walk-off home run! This edition of the San Diego Padres is simply unbelievable!
For so long, San Diego talked about the future, and now the future has arrived.
Out goes Tatis to make the catch like Superman! Come on, nobody does that!
Led by MVP candidate Fernando Tatis Jr., the Padres have cornered the market on excitement, delivering a high-powered offense that punishes pitchers.
Shot out of deep left field! It is a grand slam to walk it off!
But the Padres know for all their success, it's the Dodgers that remain the ultimate challenge. For LA's reign to end, someone else must grab the spotlight. Padres and Dodgers, next.
Here we go. Fernando Tatis Jr. and the Padres continue their homestand. It's game one of a 3-game series between the LA Dodgers and the San Diego Padres from Petco Park in San Diego. Mookie Betts getting ready for this 3-game series, and so is Manny Machado. Here's the deal. National League West, the Dodgers go into this series with a 2.5-game lead over the San Diego Padres. They're ready for 3. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres Baseball. Well, game one is a marquee matchup pitching-wise. Clayton Kershaw against Dinelson Lamet. It should be a great deal of fun.
On paper, Don, we've got ourselves a good old-fashioned pitchers duel because we got both clubs' best pitchers toeing the slab tonight. So let's start with Dinelson Lamet. The 28-year-old, yes, he leads this team in ERA with 2.24. The strikeouts are up. He is number one with 68. Whip, .92. The slider is his pitch. Opponent's batting average against that pitch is .099. He is on his game when he's throwing that. Now, to the other side of the diamond, the left-hander, the future Hall of Famer, Clayton Kershaw, 32 years old. Point control for the left-hander is what it's all about. And talking about owning the Padres, quite frankly, he does. 21-6, 1.98 ERA, opponents only hitting .191. He can dot the fastball where he wants to. He can throw the curveball when he wants to as well. So boil it down, who's going to make the first pitching mistake? Who's going to make the fielding mistake? Is this going to be as advertised?
Which offense will continue to stay hot? Coming up, Bob Scandal will delve into 2 high-powered offenses. He'll break it down. It's the Dodgers and the Padres next on Fox Sports San Diego.
Will Myers getting ready for game one of this 3-game set against the Dodgers. He has plenty to be smiling about. He has been an absolute force, as you see, over the last 14 games. 4 home runs, 13 RBIs, and on the season versus the Dodgers, he's also been a factor. A .381 batting average with 2 home runs and 1163 OPS. The Dodgers certainly aware of what Will Myers can do, but this is a different Padres offense altogether than the Dodgers saw last time. They've added some pieces, and now for the next 3 games, this could be 2 offensive heavyweights going toe-to-toe. The Padres, for their part, second in Major League Baseball in runs scored, runs per game, and OPS. The Dodgers right on their tails, ranking 3rd in those categories. The Dodgers with the upper hand, though, on the long ball. 90 home runs so far this season. That's the most in Major League Baseball, but the Padres right on their tail. And here's the difference. The Padres have added some pieces. Austin Nolan, Mitch Moreland, and they've been getting some contributions from the entire part of the lineup. And there's another factor right there, Manny Machado. He's been hot since the Dodgers last saw him. He could be a factor, along with the speed that the Padres have. 44 stolen bags, leads all of Major League Baseball. So who's the best in the West? The next 3 days may let us know. Padres trying to keep their winning streak going. Padres Dodgers first pitch coming up next, right here on Fox Sports San Diego.
Brought to you by Sequan Casino. Book your staycation today in the exciting new Padres Hotel Suite at Sequan Casino Resort. By BMW. See a San Diego County BMW Center today for exceptional offers, or visit stcountybmw.com. by Chick-fil-A. If the Padres turn a double play, you win a free breakfast entree at Chick-fil-A tomorrow. Open your Chick-fil-A app before the game ends to claim the free reward. And by Corky's. We'll quote your termite fumigation price over the phone, and the price we quote is the price you'll pay. Corky's. Padres and Dodgers on a beautiful night in San Diego. Not a cloud in the sky as we get it started. Time now for our weather report, brought to you by our always sunny San Diego County Honda dealers. 75 perfect degrees, west-northwesterly breeze at 8 miles per hour, and the forecast is cloudy for the remainder of the evening. It's time now for our Saquon Pick the Stick. Fans, you can decide who you're with by tuning out hashtag I'm with the last name of the broadcaster you think has the best pick. If you're right, you'll be entered into a daily drawing to win a Saquon Staycation prize bag that includes a $100 resort credit so you can check out the new illicit Asian restaurant and lounge, including the very popular $25 all-you-can-eat sushi on Thursday. Must be 21 and older to win. There are our picks. There's Dave Roberts, the manager of the LA Dodgers, coming in for the first of three. And let's check out Dave Roberts' starting lineup. Mookie Betts at the top of that order. He's in right field with Corey Seager, the DH. Jock Peterson in left with Max Muncy at first base. Chris Taylor is the shortstop with Cody Bellinger in center. Edwin Rios is at third base with Gavin Lux at second. And Austin Barnes, the catcher, bats out of the 9th spot for the LA Dodgers. On the hill tonight for the Padres, Nelson Lamet.
The 28-year-old making his 10th start. He is the best pitcher right now by far for, well, Zach Davies is throwing very well, but the right-hander is yet to give up a run in the first through second innings. I think that's very, very important for Lamet to throw up zeros early, making his 10th start. He's got that power slider. Stepping up to the plate for the Dodgers is Mookie Betts, and stepping up to the mic is the voice of the San Diego Padres, Don Orsillo.
Thanks very much, Mud. Here we go. Mookie Betts standing in to get it started. Padres and Dodgers from Petco Park in San Diego. And the first pitch of this one is in there for strike one to Betts, and we're underway. Mookie Betts at the top of the order, hitting at .301 with 15 homers, 35 runs batted in his first year with the LA Dodgers. We'll lay off a pitch that is down and away, and there it was, a slider from Lamet.
Don, I know a lot of people are anticipating a really exciting series, these 3 games with the Dodgers. The guys in the pregame show nailed it. They did a great job. Mike Pomeranz, Mark Sweeney, Tony Gwynn Jr. I don't think I've ever seen these two teams so close when you talk about offensive numbers. And I think Mark Sweeney made a really nice point, and I want to reiterate that as this game starts. I think the stolen base, well, first of all, you got to get on base. You can't steal first. But if, in fact, they do, the stolen base could be very, very key because the Padres lead in that category, and they've got some decent speed.
Betts will take the strike at 99, 2-2. You know, Bud, for the first time, you look at each position as they match up with the Dodgers, and it seems like for the first time they do match up with the Dodgers.
Absolutely.
They're competitive at every spot, if not better. This is up the middle. To the backhand goes Mateo, and his throw is in time to get Betts.
Well, that's a big out anytime you get Mookie Betts, especially leading off the game. There's Jorge Mateo at second base. At shortstop, Fernando Tatis Jr. At the corners, Manny Machado at third, Jake Cronenworth at first. In the outfield, left to right, Jurickson Profar, Trent Grisham in center, and Will Myers in right. Behind the plate, Austin Nola putting down the signs for 28-year-old Nelson Lamet.
One down here in the first inning brings up Corey Seager. Into the shift go the Padres, the 2-1-1 with Machado in short right field. Swing and a miss. Well, it didn't seem like that long ago that the Padres were 6 games out. 5.5 games back. They hovered there for a long time. And now they made the jump to just 2.5 back of the LA Dodgers to begin this 3-game series. There's a liner that is just over the outstretched glove of Tatis and into left field. A base hit for Corey Seager. Opposite field, and it's a 1-out base hit.
He's one of the left-handers in this lineup that is not struggling, hitting .317 and really fights this one off nicely. And Corey Seager is so short and quick to the baseball, uses the whole field. That's why he's hitting .317. And just out of the reach of Fernando. Always giving it the great try. Yes, he can get some ups with the best of them. Great effort.
So 1 out, 1 on, and here is Jock Peterson. Peterson, the left fielder, batting third. The last we saw the Dodgers, he was leading off games. Mookie Betts has since got his leadoff spot more familiar for him back again. And it's Peterson sliding down to the 3 spot, and right now hitting at just 184 coming into tonight's action. Now the guy that hit third a lot, really struggling, is Cody Bellinger, and it's been an all-year struggle. You look at this Dodgers lineup, and all of a sudden, one of the bigger differences that jump out at you from the last time we saw the Dodgers was that Bellinger's now batting 6th in this order. He is way down.
Struggling big time. And I think the whole key, Bellinger versus Lamet, I mean, I don't think he has to really throw him a strike. Get to that 2-strike part of the sequence and wipe him out that slider. There's Bellinger waiting on that bat. Hopefully not this inning.
He's into double figures in home runs with 10, 22 RBIs, but just a .218 average for the reigning MVP in the National League. 1-1, an inside-out swing, and it's carved foul off to the left out of play. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego County Honda dealers.
Well, no defensive miscues. You cannot afford to give the Dodgers an extra out. And with the way the defense has been playing for San Diego, it's really, really tight on the defense. And grind out early lead. It's going to be tough against Kershaw. I mean, it's a given. These hitters know what they're up against. But we have seen this year that they put together really good at-bats in really good innings. Hopefully they can get to Kershaw, put up a couple early.
Padres are shifting, but they keep it tight to the infield on the right side with the double play scenario in order. Machado's over there. Only Tatis on the left side. 2-2 to Jock Peterson with 1 out and Corey Seager at first base. Swing and a foul tip, and that is held on to for strike 3. First strikeout for Dinelson Lamet, 2 down.
There's that slider we're talking about. Oh yeah, get it out in front and spin it. Great location on the inside part of the plate as well. And what are hitters hitting against that pitch? .099. Opponent's batting average against that slider. We just saw it right there. That average just went down.
2 down, Seager's at first, and Max Muncy coming up. Machado ducks back into short right now in the more familiar shift for the Padres. As Cronenworth holds on Seager. And that's in there for strike 1 on the inside corner to Max Muncy. Hitting under 200 at 195. 10 home runs, 21 runs batted in. He's an all-star a year ago for the Dodgers. Elevating at 99. He can't catch up to that. Not up there. 0-2. Seager gains his lead at first. It's not large. Lamet looks over in his direction.
What a fastball up right here out of the zone. Make him chase.
That one was in and it's fouled off. The Padres pitchers K9. Your K9 wins if the Padres strike out 9 or more batters in tonight's game. All Padres fans could visit participating Petco locations the next day and receive a free pound of dog treats with Pals rewards. Visit petco.com/PadresK9 for more details. 2 outs here in the first. Seager at first. And an 0-2 pitch coming to Max Muncy. And a swing and a miss. Lamet with back-to-back strikeouts. Nicely done. Padres coming up. San Diego, sun setting off to the left as the Padres are coming up. And the lineup for the Padres brought to you by Mozzie Heating and Air. For Jay Stingler, Fernando Tatis Jr. is going to lead it off tonight. He's at shortstop with Manny Machado at third base. Austin Nola does the catching with Will Myers in right. Jake Cronenworth is at first base with Jurickson Profar in left. Jorge Oña, the DH. Jorge Mateo at second base, bats 8th. And Trent Grisham out of the 9th spot for San Diego. Clayton Kershaw back on the mound at Petco Park for the LA Dodgers.
32-year-old. He's an MVP, 8-time All-Star, 3-time Cy Young Award winner. Career against the Padres, a 21-6 record.
Wow.
Batting average against him in that time, 191, Don. And these are the numbers for this season. He makes his 8th start, and yes, the numbers are outstanding. I say avoid the strikeout. Put the ball in play. I mean, if you put the ball in play, there's a chance there could be a miscue. I talked about that in one of the keys, but hey, he's got strikeout stuff too. More strikeouts than innings pitched. It's going to be tough for both lineups tonight, the Padres and the Dodgers, with these two guys on the hill tonight.
It'll drop in there for a strike in, even the count at 1-1. Well, the numbers are off the charts. This year, 5-1 with a nifty 1.98 under 2 ERA. And his 8th start of the season. Tatis waves at that, and it's 1-2.
You know, I was looking over Kershaw's career stats going into this game. This is truly remarkable. He's got over 2,500 strikeouts, 2,508 to be exact, to only 585 walks.
Wow. That's pretty incredible. Tatis rolls this one foul over by the Dodgers side of things.
You know, there are 2 pitchers that are in the Hall of Fame, Fergie Jenkins and Greg Maddux, who have over 3,000 strikeouts and fewer than 1,000 walks. Kershaw, the way he's going, I mean, who knows? I mean, he's not even going to be close to 1,000 walks in his career.
Oh, and bounces in and evens a count of 2-2.
And he still has a ways to get to 3,000. But still, one heck of a career.
What's he at right now? Do you know?
2,508. So he's got a ways to go, but still. I would say 3 or 4 seasons, maybe full seasons.
2-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. He strikes out Tatis. One down here in the bottom of the 1st inning. That appeared to be the slider, I think.
Very sharp break at the end there. And you take a look, absolutely, Don, it was. You see that break to it, working around the baseball, that tight spin. And once again, not only pinpointing the fastball, but he can also do that with the slider as well. And recently for Kershaw, with 2 strikes, he's throwing more curveballs, so keep an eye on that. And also, he's starting to throw the fastball away to the righties, whereas he always tries to bury it inside, so look for the fastball away as well.
One down here in the 1st inning for Manny Machado. 313, 13 homers, 39 runs batted in. Just under 1,000 on the OPS, and a strike. Didn't have to be.
Yeah, it looked like it was off the plate, but that's that fastball I'm talking about. Down and away to the right-handed hitters.
Stack it up defensively in a shift on the left side against Manny. That's interesting. As Gavin Lux moves over to the left side, joining Taylor and Rios.
Yeah, I think if Manny's going to get a ground ball to the right side, it's going to be a pitch he's going to get beat on. I think generally speaking, there's that curveball. If he puts the ball in play, Kershaw's off-speed stuff, middle in, he's going to hit it on the ground. That's why I think they've got 3 defenders on that left side.
Machado fouls it back. Well, on 2 occasions last year, Machado homered off Clayton Kershaw.
Did you see where that pitch was?
I did.
Remember the hot zone we showed yesterday?
Yep.
In and down, and that one was up a little bit, and also, oh wow, 3/4 of the way up the pavilion.
One-two pitch. And Machado hits it in the air to left field. Over goes Peterson. He'll have room and makes the catch for out number 2.
Let's take a look at the Dodger defense. We just saw Jock Peterson snag that one for out number 2. He's in left. Cody Bellinger in center. Mookie Betts in right field. On the Dodger infield at third, and with Rios, Chris Taylor at shortstop. Gavin Lux at second base. Max Muncy at first. Austin Barnes putting on the signs for left-hander Clayton Kershaw.
2 down in the 1st inning. Austin Nola standing in on the right side, batting third. And there's a different looking lineup for the Padres. Newcomer coming over from the Seattle Mariners at 295, 7 homers, 26 runs batted in. has done an amazing job in learning an entire pitching staff on the fly.
Yeah, he's done great, hasn't he? He's been fun to watch. A true pro.
Ground ball, softly hit foul outside of third.
And it's worth mentioning again, when he was dealt from Seattle, they were upset. The pitching staff was very, very visibly upset.
Catching shutouts on a regular basis. Only one prior to his arrival.
That's awesome.
Jason Castro has done a very nice job as well. Good tandem. There's a check swing grounder right back to Kershaw. His toss is low, but able to grab it as Muncy and end the inning scoreless after one.
Dinelson Lamet going out for his second inning of work. You talk about the slider, what a vicious weapon it is for Dinelson Lamet. You talk to the catchers, they say you cannot see it coming. It looks like a fastball till the very end. Throws it 51% of the time. That's the most in Major League Baseball. 62% of the time with 2 strikes, also the most. But guess what, guys? It's not just when he's ahead in the count. 47% of the time he will throw it first pitch as well. That's also the most in Major League Baseball. Now, you mentioned the left-handers. 53% of the breaking balls to lefty is the second most. Left-hand batters have not had much success off him this year. Only a 142 batting average. That is the best amongst right-handers. The only person that's been tougher on left-hand batters all season long, Clayton Kershaw, the guy on the other side of the mound. Guys, that slider's a weapon. Righty or lefty, back up to you.
All right, Scan, thanks very much. He's not afraid to throw that slider at any time. I guess that's the moral of the story.
Yep.
And he will. Here's an 0-1. That'll bounce in. Dealing with Chris Taylor. Leads it off here for the Dodgers. Then Cody Bellinger and Edwin Rios scheduled to bat in the inning. Very good first. A 16-pitch first. 2 strikeouts for Lamet. And a swing and a miss there. Foul tip, 1-2.
And you know, Lamet, he just oozes with confidence. And with each and every start, you know, the numbers are what they are. But his body language says a lot, doesn't it?
To me, it really has been that way ever since he returned. You know, he's just had a different confidence. I don't know if it's the added velocity, the success with the slider. Just got a swagger about him that he didn't have before.
You know what? I'm just taking a guess here. But when I hear what you say, you know what I think it is? His arm is good to go.
Yeah.
Whereas maybe in the past, you know, you feel a little twinge here and there, and you're not the stud you want to be.
Now he's feeling it now, and he strikes out Taylor. That's 3 Ks in a row for Dinelson Lamet.
If you're a pitcher and your arm is feeling A-OK 100% and you're letting it fly and you're getting good results, yeah, your confidence is going to skyrocket. Look at that slider there. Great location. Wow. Biting like a mule right there.
He's the most underrated starter in the National League, I think. And maybe that's because we watch him every 5 days.
That's fair.
So 1 down for Cody Bellinger, who will take a look at ball 1. Bellinger hitting at just .218, 10 homers, 22 runs batted in. Dropped down to 6 in the order, the reigning MVP in the National League. They shift on him as he jumps back out of the way of that pitch in. And it is the 2-1-1. Machado in short right field, checking out his notes. Bellinger again backing away, and that almost got the corner.
That's a legitimate strike right there. That's one that Lamet needs to get called a strike.
Edwin Rios waiting on deck. He's been filling in at third with Turner on the IL. That is ball 4, and down to first goes Bellinger. And now a quick word from Sakan Casino.
Padres fans, surround yourself with everything you love about your team in the new exclusive Padres Hotel Suite. Visit Saquon.com to book your stay.
1 out, 1 on. Edwin Rios coming up. .205 batting average for Rios with 3 homers, 9 runs batted in. Shift on him on the right side, but keep it in the infield. There's strike 1 at 98. He's back to the gas. Center fielder Grisham over towards left center. Big gap out in right center field. Check swing on a ball in the dirt. Didn't go, and they won't check.
Nola putting on a clinic early on that breaking ball. Keeping the double play in order. Rio says you have to ground into a double play this season. But that's another level of confidence that a pitcher has when you have a catcher like Nola smothering a breaking ball in the dirt like that. That forces you to keep it down there because you have trust in your catcher that he's going to block it.
Dancing out of the way of a pitch down and in. Well, the 3 straight strikeouts broken up by a walk to Cody Bellinger on 4 pitches. So 1 out, 1 on.
Yeah, that kind of hurts because Bellinger, as you mentioned, struggling at 218. Issued a free pass.
Kind of doing him a favor.
Yeah.
Cronenworth holds him on. Rio swings away and grounds it foul outside first. Another 99 from Dinelson Lamet. It's an easy 99.
Yes, it is.
Best record since August the 17th. Padres are 20-5. These Dodgers 17-7. And the Giants, who have played very good baseball, I think, a surprise to most.
Big surprise for me because when we first saw them, they were a bad club.
Well, the Padres have won 7 straight games coming into this 3-game series against the Dodgers and the finale of the homestand this last 3 games. Gavin Lux waiting on deck.
Almost got to be betting slider right here, don't you think? They'll throw it any time, even 3-2.
And it's grounded foul, and it was indeed. Not afraid to go back to back either.
No. He'll double up with the best of them.
Shook off Nola a couple of times. We'll see what he's got in mind here. Payoff pitch to Edwin Rios. Runner goes and Rios grounds it foul.
Well, he was quick to that fastball. That was fastball at 99 in.
He turned on it. He was out ahead.
He cleaned it out.
8th pitch of the plate appearance coming up here for Edwin Rios.
There's a nice battle going on right here.
And if nothing else, the Dodgers are driving up that pitch count for Lamet. Next pitch would be the 33rd of his outing. And that's in an inning and a third.
Need a double play here.
Runner goes, pitch is high, throw down, and it won't matter. It is a strike him out, throw him out. I thought the pitch was high, but it was called a strike.
Wow.
That'll work. A double play ends the inning. Done with an inning and a half, no score. Ended as it ended up being a call third strike. We'll get a look at it, but nobody in the ballpark was entirely sure. Everybody thought it was high. A late call from home plate umpire Rippinger. And Tatis just slaps the tag on as Bellinger just cruising in, thinking it's ball 4. And no. And Tatis never even looks at him. He makes the tag, a no-look tag.
Here's the one thing I look at. As a base runner, you got to go in. You can't assume anything. You've got to go into second base hard. Hey, if it's ball 4, if it's a strikeout, whatever. Bellinger may have been safe if he was busting it to second base.
Or if he slid.
Yeah, and then, as you mentioned, Fernando working his magic, just not even looking with the tag.
Yeah. And I think part of it is that Rippinger made a very late strike 3 call. He took a good long look at it. Bellinger took a look and said, "No, that's high. I'll just cruise into second base." It's a walk. Not the case. Turns into 2 outs. And Kershaw back to the hill here dealing with Will Myers. Myers, Cronenworth, and Profar featured in the second inning. In the air, down the right field line, foul. Kershaw makes start number 8 of the year. And it's time for the Kia Give It Everything. Highest career strikeouts per 9, Kershaw, 4th on that list. What a list. Wow. Scherzer, Johnson, Martinez, Ryan.
Soon to be Hall of Famers, Scherzer and Kershaw.
Or already are, yes.
Right. Yeah. Because the other ones are already displaying their plaque at Cooperstown. That is quite a list.
That's who we are. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the 2nd inning. Fly ball into shallow right. Out goes Lux. In comes Betts. And Muncy will get involved. First baseman makes the catch. Mookie's like, I was here. I could have handled that, but no, Max Muncy handles out number 1. Let's check back in with Bob.
You know, guys, you looked at the lineup tonight. It's not a traditional lineup that we've seen out of Jace Tingler, but he said there were a couple of reasons for that. First of all, he wanted to try to get a right-hand heavy lineup in, of course, against Clayton Kershaw. That makes sense. But also keep in mind, 14 innings played yesterday. He needed to get a couple of guys off of their legs. Specifically, Mitch Moreland was mentioned. Also, Mateo at second base, there was some question about whether he would have been more comfortable in the outfield, but Jace reminded everybody, look, if I do that, I have to put Profar at second base. He preferred to keep Profar in the comfortable position out in left field that he's been more accustomed to. That explains a little bit of the unusual lineup we've seen tonight. Probably everybody back to full strength tomorrow. Guys, back up to you.
All right, Scan, thanks very much. I'm curious if you mentioned anything about Tatis and being in the leadoff spot again, because this is something that's gone back and forth a little bit.
He has mixed that up a little bit recently, and it's been more related to whether it's a lefty or a righty starting on the mound. Of course, we've got the left-handed Kershaw. We've seen Tatis. Recently, we've seen more right-handers, which is why we've seen Grisham at the top of that lineup. Asked if he would continue to do that moving forward. He said, yeah, most likely, unless there's a reason not to. He says, look, I can put Fernando Tatis anywhere in a lineup, and he's going to be effective tonight in that leadoff spot against the left-hand throwing Kershaw.
All right, Scan, thanks very much. As Jake Cronenworth strikes out, 2nd K for Kershaw. He's retired the first 5 Padres he's faced tonight.
And it looks like the slider down and away. Once again, pinpoint control from Kershaw. He just doesn't throw it up there just to throw it up there. He's got intent. He knows where he wants to put it. He's very consistent with that.
2 down here in the 2nd. Jurickson, Profar. In his more comfortable position of left field. 254, 6 homers, 21 runs batted in.
I tell you what, Don, I've been very pleasantly surprised about Profar being in left field. He's done a fine job.
It seems like he's getting better at it. He saw the catch yesterday, which was a fantastic catch in the left field corner. Running, sliding, making the grab. What appeared to be an automatic double. Robbed. Down 0-2.
Oh, that's a good curveball from Kershaw.
Looks like the Kershaw of old to me.
Yeah.
Grounded foul towards the end of the Dodgers dugout. Of course, they're housed on the third base side here at Petco Park. Here's the catcher we're talking about from yesterday for Profar in left field. Look how far he's got to go. And it's slicing away from him, too.
Yeah, I had extra bases written all over this one, and then the closing speed by Jurickson really was special to see. And that was leading off the game.
That's right.
That's setting the tone defensively.
On 2 strikes to Profar. Not a shift, but Lux is like right up the middle around second base. He's second baseman, and Kershaw upset with himself. Wow. Yelling at himself out there pretty loudly. That's a la Jake Peavy right there.
Yeah.
Remember, when the Padres hit a homer tonight, you get a free Jumbo Jack tomorrow with a purchase of a large drink. Pitch coming up for Kershaw. And that'll miss.
Oh, Austin Barnes. Did you see him trying to bring that one back in? That was about 3 baseballs off the plate. As soon as he caught it, moves his glove into the strike zone. Mark Ripperger is not buying it.
"3-2" is chopped softly towards third. Rios on the run and in time to get Profar and the Padres down in order. Played 2 without a score in San Diego. The third inning as the sun has set in San Diego. I want to remind you to download the MLB app to get in-game video highlights, live pitch-by-pitch, breaking news, player updates, stat leaderboards, and much more. Padres and Dodgers to the third without a score. 8, 9, and 1 coming up here for LA. Gavin Lux, Austin Barnes, Mookie Betts. In there for strike 1 to Lux. 171 average for the second baseman. 2 homers, 6 RBIs, first 11 games. To right field, hit well. Myers going back and will take him to the dirt of the track, but he's there for out number 1 of the third inning. I think that surprised Will a little bit how quickly he got out there.
It was a breaking ball right into the swing path of Lux. Sped up his bat there.
So 1 away, and it brings up the very versatile Austin Barnes. You know, I think about him when I think about what the possibilities are for Austin Nola and what his situation could look like, because he can move around too, and how the Dodgers use Barnes in so many different places, but he catches too.
Yeah.
And you can see Nola kind of doing that in the future.
Absolutely. Austin Barnes was an infielder at Arizona State. He was a Sun Devil, and then went behind the plate to catch. So that tells basically the whole story of how good he is and how versatile he is. Involved in that 7-player deal with the Marlins back in 2014. A good catch, no pun intended, by the Dodgers.
That'll miss away. Nola tried to bring it back. Not falling behind here. 3-0 to the number 9 man. Has walked one. That was Bellinger in the second inning. And on 4 pitches, he walks Barnes. 1 out, 1 on.
Well, Mookie Betts coming up to the plate, leading off for the Dodgers, and he's an MVP. Why is he an MVP? Because look at the pitches, the coverage in the strike zone. Yeah, he can turn on the inside pitch down, but look at away, the 2 red boxes. If you're going to go out there, you better go off the plate a little bit, and hopefully he fishes for it, because he can send it on its way to all fields. He's that good. He's Mookie Betts. Got to be careful. So if you're going to go away to him, also down at the knees, down below the knees. Like that.
Will take strike 1. That's away at 97. Outside edge. Nice to average pitches away. That's one that he generally handles. He's 79. Leads in that category. That's a lifted, a bloop down the right field line. Myers is not going to get there. It's a fair ball. And heading for third is Barnes. To second goes Betts. And it's second and third with 1 down for the Dodgers here in the third inning. Not hit hard, but well placed down that right field line.
He wants it in. This is a big-time miss. Big-time miss by Lamet. He wanted something up and in to tie him up. And we just got done saying that Mookie Betts, yes, he likes the ball away, up, preferably. Well, this one is down. And with the way that Will Myers was played, that's just a little flare out to shallow right field. And the Dodgers got action second and third. Only 1 out.
So Barnes at third, Betts at second. Here's Corey Seager. Requests time and gets time. Seager with a single to left in the first inning. His first plate appearance against Lamet. In the air, foul off to the left, out of play. First threat really for either side in this contest. And now the runner at second base, Nola and Lamet want to get on the same page.
Yeah, as soon as that pitch was fouled back, Nola was out of the crouch, out to have a discussion.
Second and third, one out. And Seager here, down to the count 0-1. On the ground right side, Mateo will go to first and a run will score. In the back door from third comes Austin Barnes on the ground out, and the Dodgers strike first on top 1-0. Seager will get an RBI.
Now break his heart.
And that will get Betts over to third base. With 2 down on the ground out, it brings up Jock Peterson.
And with the way the infield was playing, yeah, you'll take that. You'll take that second out and give up a run.
.273 this season with runners in scoring position. A couple of home runs, 8 RBIs for Peterson. Padres are shifting on the right side. It's Tatis over there this time, along with Mateo and Cronenworth. Strike call. Line down the right field line. That is a foul ball, and that was close. Looked like it was going to stay fair, but Hook's foul.
Out in front just a little bit too much. So that tells you, with that breaking ball of Lamet into the left-handed hitter, heads up on the right side. That's why they're stacked that way. But particularly Jake Cronenworth at first.
.0-2, and it's slapped foul off to the left out of play. Dodgers have the game's first run. And that walk with 1 out is big now. That was Austin Barnes. That walk turns into a run. And that pitch count is rising. 2 2/3. This will be pitch 48.
Heavy workload.
And a swing and a miss. Lamet strikes out. Peterson ends the inning, but the Dodgers grab a run, take a 1-0 lead. Head to the bottom of the third inning. It's time now for our Valley View Casino trivia question. Clayton Kershaw has 21 career wins against the Padres, tied for the 8th most by an opposing pitcher. The MLB pitcher with the most career wins against the Padres is Greg Maddux, Tom Seaver, Phil Niekro, Tom Glavine. Tweet us your answers by the end of the inning using hashtag Valley View Trivia. That's amazing. I didn't know that.
I didn't either. Okay.
That's a lot.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Seaver, I mean, he played for the Mets, the Reds, and the White Sox. So
Red Sox too.
Yeah, that's right. Towards the end of his career, and he was never in the same division as the Padres. So
that wouldn't make much sense.
So that's why I'm kind of eliminating him. So it's probably the right answer.
But the Braves were right.
Right. Correct.
For a while.
Correct. Yeah, they were in the West with the Padres.
2 pitch in the dirt.
That's a good question.
Onya, Mateo, Grisham trying to answer the run. Put on the board by the Dodgers in the top of the third.
I think another challenge against Kershaw is getting the count in your favor.
This he is lined into center field, a base hit for Onya. And a good start to the bottom of the third inning for San Diego. There you go, Jorge Onya. His first big league hit, it was a home run, and this goes up there against Clayton Kershaw and gets a base hit.
And he hung a curveball. That one's right at the belt buckle. Good view out of the hand. And remember, the curveball, the breaking ball, if it's up in the zone, it doesn't break as much. Nice view for Jorge to deposit that one in the center field for a big league knock.
Lead runner on here for the Padres in the third, Jorge Mateo. Standing in on the right side. They shift to the Dodgers on the left side. There's strike one.
See him use that slide step too, Kershaw. He'll use that quite a bit.
Mateo so far 3 for 21 in the majors. Swing and a miss has him down 0-2. We talk a lot about Lamet's slider, but Kershaw's pretty good too.
Yeah. Don't forget about that pitch. He's got 3 quality pitches he can pinpoint whenever he wants to. Now 0-2. Does he throw the curveball? See, that's the thing as a hitter. What do you look for?
Mateo now, Grisham next. Padres batting in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Going over to first, and back easily is Oña. His lead not terribly large. In fact, quite short.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
In the dirt and gathered nicely by Barnes, sliding to his right. 40th pitch of the night coming up for Kershaw. Nobody out, last of the 3rd. And that pitch count on the other side for Lamet through the first 3, 48 pitches. Swing and a miss, and Mateo strikes out. 3rd strikeout for Kershaw. 1 down in the 3rd inning.
It was a breaking ball, but it looked like a pretty good pitch to hit. As we take a look, this ball is right down the middle. He just pulled off of it. A little bit too quick to that baseball.
1 on, 1 out, and Trent Grisham coming up. Grisham bats out of the 9 spot. Running a 9-game hitting streak coming into tonight's action. 271, 8 homers, 19 runs batted in. Generally either leading off or batting 9th. And the recipient of strike 1. And 9 straight games. The streak started on September the 4th. And during the 9-gamer, 14 for 32 at 438.
I think batting 9th for Trent also gives him the chance to scout it out a little bit, right? The starting pitcher.
Watch what other guys do against him.
Yeah, you can watch video all you want, but until you step in the box or see it live, and I think sitting on the bench, you know, whether your at bat comes in the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd inning, batting 9th, I think that helps.
Well, 2 strikes on him. Edwin Rios moves over to the right side of the infield as part of the shift. As you see Tatis waiting on deck, there is the shift, and just developed with the 2nd strike call. And that is strike 3 as Grisham goes looking. Back-to-back Ks for Kershaw. 2 down.
He has so many weapons, and with those weapons he could throw wherever he wants. So this is, to me, looking at that body language, that's a straight guess. And I'm not saying Trent is at fault for that, because it's tough to hit. But when you a 93-mile-an-hour fastball, inner half of the plate, you've got to be looking something off speed.
8 out of 9 first pitch strikes for Kershaw, so he's getting ahead. And he just picked up his 4th K. Good numbers for Tatis against Kershaw. 3 for 6. Jorge Oña started this inning with a base hit, still at first, but now 2 down. Sliced foul off to the right out of play. Well, in the conversation for MVP is both Fernando Tatis Jr. and Mookie Betts. They come together in this 3-game series, and a look at what each has been able to accomplish this year. More RBIs, For Tatis, more stolen bases.
I also look at the defense. You know, Mookie Betts, a very integral part defensively for the Dodgers in the outfield. He had a start at second base recently, too.
Yep. Tatis down to one knee on that cut.
But Fernando, yes, in a couple of categories, the numbers look better on his side of the ledger. And I take into consideration also the shortstop position, too, which is a very key position. Hey, don't get me wrong. That's an MVP already right there. Play for me any day.
He'll be playing in L.A. for 12 years. We're going to see a lot of them. 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed, and Tatis strikes out for the second time tonight. 1-0 L.A. Presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Petco, official pet coach of the Padres. By Jerome's Furniture, official furniture store of the San Diego Padres. Shop online at jeromes.com. By Hyundai, see your Southern California Hyundai dealer today, because the longer you look at a new Hyundai, the more there is to like. Fourth inning, Dodgers on top 1-0. 4, 5, and 6 coming up for LA. It is Muncy, Taylor, Bellinger. There's Dinelson Lamet back to the hill, having thrown 48 pitches through the first 3. Allowed a 1-out walk to Barnes. That walk would turn into a run on a ground out by Corey Seager last inning.
He needs a quick one right here.
Padres shift on Muncy and fouls the first one back to the screen. There's the shift with Machado in short right. Worked a bunch yesterday.
Yeah, how many times did 3 times?
3 times in the second game.
The 5-3 put out.
Yep.
When he's in shallow right. Yeah.
Pitch 50. Yeah, that's a strike right on the back door. 0-2.
Yeah, what do you know? It's the slider. Might see another one right here. Last start for Dinelson, 66 sliders.
Wow.
15 more than any pitcher had thrown in a game this season to that point.
Have I understood you correctly? Not as much strain on the arm than a curveball, right? Or
I would say the slider has more. In fact, you know, I would like Bob Scanlon's input on this. I believe the slider is a little bit more tougher on the elbow than the curveball. Because you know what, Donnie? If you throw a curveball correctly, you shouldn't have any arm problems. A lot of problems with kids and youngsters. They start working around the baseball. It's just a turn of the wrist and just kind of like hammering a nail, right? With a slider, there's more of a turn, like a doorknob, that
involves
has
more of your arm.
That involves more of the elbow joint, if that makes sense.
Okay. 1-2 back where it came from and into center field. Max Muncy with a base hit. It's the 3rd Dodgers hit of the night, and the leadoff hit starts the 4th inning.
But it's kind of subjective too, Don, because there are guys who throw sliders and, you know, they get hurt, and then some guys throw it, like Dinelson Lamet. He's bouncing back from Tommy John surgery quite nicely. And Max Muncy goes right back over the rubber on that one.
That was a return to sender, but the sender had departed, which is a good thing. He was off to the first base side. Lead runner on, and Chris Taylor. Taylor struck out swinging in the 2nd inning, 0 for 1. Against the Padres, he's been feasting on Padres pitching. Over 400 against the Padres.
Good player. Good shortstop. Good defensively. You can plug him in a lot of different positions. You're going to get solid returns with Taylor.
Yeah, he's one of like 5 Dodgers who can play all over the place, which makes it really easy for Dave Roberts to plug guys in. And you'll see them move around quite a bit late in games too, because he can.
We saw it all the time last year.
Yep.
Late inning changes, and it's like, oh my gosh, you know, they're still good defensively.
Roster flexibility, a lot to be said for it. Swing and a miss. He's late on that, and it's 1-2.
Oh, the hanging slider, too.
Scan, we were just talking about sliders and what it does to your arm. Your thoughts?
I agree with Mark Grant 100%. It can be more stressful on the arm when it's thrown improperly, and that's the challenge. You're more likely to make the mistake throwing it improperly. Mark, I don't know if you agree with me or not, but generally when I'm talking to kids about throwing breaking balls, the last thing you want to see them do is to get their hand underneath the ball, almost like opening up a doorknob. But you see Dinelson Lamet staying on top of that pitch right there. That's how he gets that good late break. But when you start trying to make it break by getting underneath the ball, that's when you put the stress on the elbow. Is that kind of what you were always taught as well?
Absolutely. And you know what, Scan, when you think of youngsters, I've always been a proponent of learning a fastball location and a changeup grip, because it's twofold. One, their hands and their fingers aren't big enough when they're a young kid to manipulate a baseball like a slider or a curveball.
This one is grounded to second base. Mateo goes to second for one. It's actually Machado in the shift. And reaching at first base will be Bellinger. So they're in the shift, kept it tight to the infield, the double play chance. And they do get the lead runner in Muncy that time. Mateo was covering at second, but Machado initiated it.
Oh, the spin throw, glove side.
So it's a 5-4 force out there. Bellinger reaches it first.
Wow, you know what? Watch Mateo at second. He's not on the bag yet. He can't find the bag. There he finds the bag, and then he rushes it and spikes it. That should have been two.
Yeah. No error though. You can't assume the double play.
Right.
And he didn't advance any further. So Bellinger on at first in the fielder's choice. And Edwin Rios swings through that for strike one.
And my second point regarding the breaking ball was that they're just not strong enough to manipulate the baseball to stay on top of it correctly. Like Bob said, they'll work underneath it. And that's when you run into trouble.
Pitch 60 for Lamet with two down. And that's in there for a strike. Rios didn't care for it. He's down 0-2. Machado out at short right field in this shift for the Padres with two down, 0-2. Bounced in and taken off was Bellinger. Throw gets away off the glove of Cronenworth, but not going anywhere will be Bellinger. He was caught in no man's land there initially.
That looked like it was a 48-footer out in front of home plate. And how Austin Nola blocks this baseball is beyond me.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
And thank goodness we got someone backing up there, and Jake deflects that ball. No harm. Runner stays at first.
Yeah, Cronenworth doesn't get a glove on that. It's in the right field corner. And Bellinger is likely at third.
And that was one of my keys talking about this game. You know, as advertised, the pitcher's duel. Which team would throw one away that would lead to a possible run? Thank goodness he got a glove on that. Will Myers, by the way, is playing way over towards the right center field gap. There's a lot of room down that right field line between Will and that foul line.
Yeah, I take that back. He might have scored if that got down to the right field corner. Maybe not third.
I didn't notice that until just right now.
1-2 pitch to Rios. Have to wait. They check on Bellinger. Tap foul. Do it again. 1-2. Battle continues. Center fielder Grisham over towards left center, and Myers, as you mentioned, well off the line.
Yeah.
And right, they're playing for Rios to go the other way in the outfield, but shifting in the infield. And Machado Medium depth right field. That's as deep as I've seen him in this shift. It's a long way away. Swing and a miss, and Rios strikes out. Strikeout number 7 for Lement. 1-0 Dodgers after 3.5. It's to the bottom of the 4th inning we go, and it's time now to answer our Valley View Casino trivia question. Clayton Kershaw has 21 career wins against the Padres, tied for 8th most by an opposing pitcher. The MLB pitcher with the most career wins against the Padres is Tom Seaver.
Wow.
33 victories against the Padres in 47 starts. That's amazing.
Well, he did pitch a long time. God rest
Yep.
his soul. Tom Seaver, Tom Terrific, the franchise. Well, that's dealing 33-10 against one team. In fact, he set the major league record 10 in a row strikeouts to end a game against the San Diego Padres. Yeah, how about that?
He liked facing the Friar, apparently.
Yeah, he did.
Manny Machado, Austin Nola, Will Myers here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And a fly ball to right field. Mookie started back. Now Betts comes in and over. And he makes the catch for out number 1 here at the bottom of the 4th inning. So 1 down. And to bring up Austin Nola. Rounded back to the mound in the first, 0 for 1, getting his second look at Clayton Kershaw.
You know, I've heard stories about Clayton Kershaw, and you know he's confident as they come. I mean, the guy's going to be in the Hall of Fame. But to where he'll come in the dugout and he'll actually yell at the team saying, "Just 1 run. That's all I need tonight, guys. Just 1 run."
You gotta love that.
Because he knows he's got it locked in.
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting to see what happens because he has his 1 run. See how the Padres react and adjust to him now.
Well, first time through, allowed just the 1 hit. Second time through, he's got a strikeout and a fly out. Nola getting his second look. Will ground one left side to short. It's Taylor. And it's 2 outs. And now a quick word from Jerome's Furniture.
Jerome's Furniture, official furniture store of the San Diego Padres. Shop online today at jeromes.com.
2 down in the 4th, and Will Myers coming up. Popped out to Max Muncy at first base in the 2nd. He's 0 for 1. Putting together a heck of a season this year, and as you mentioned yesterday, he has to be a candidate for comeback player of the year.
Absolutely. I think there's going to be a lot of Padres at the end of this campaign that are going to be considered for a lot of awards given away at the end of the year.
Really, we saw the changes with Will in spring training way back in Peoria. I remember leaving Peoria thinking maybe the best spring training of anybody.
Yep.
Will Myers and the adjustments he made.
Totally different look in the batter's box, didn't you think? Seems to be a little bit more athletic this year in his stance. And I know it sounds simple, but swinging at strikes. And there's going to.
I think that to me is a big key. How selective he's been.
Isn't that an ironic? Not an ironic, but isn't that such a novel concept?
Well,
swing at strikes.
On paper, yes.
Right?
But when you're really in the box,
yeah,
it's another thing altogether. Rolls it over foul, over by the Dodgers dugout.
It sounds so funny, but when hitters are swinging well, they're seeing the ball well. To take a look at hits by direction, yeah, that's spreading it around for Will Myers. And it sounds so funny when a hitter is asked the question, hey, why the success? Well, I'm swinging at strikes this year. Oh, really? It's like
a novel concept.
Yeah, what a concept.
Swing and a miss, and Myers strikes out this time. That's 6 strikeouts for Kershaw. 1-0 LA.
Presented by Arco. We knew we were going to see a lot of breaking balls tonight, but boy, has it been a slider fest. Both Nelson Lamet and Clayton Kershaw showing their best sliders tonight. 6 strikeouts on the night for Clayton Kershaw, 5 of those on sliders, 7 strikeouts for Lamet, all 7 of those coming on the slider. 57 total sliders we've seen thrown tonight so far tonight, guys. It's been a vicious weapon for both pitchers. Don Mudd, back up to you.
All right, Scan, thanks very much. It's on to the 5th, and it's strike 1 to Gavin Lux. Leads it off for LA. Lamet.
They like that slider, and why not?
Grounder chop foul outside of first. Lux down 0-2 will be followed by Barnes and Betts. In the air, foul off to the left and out of play. Giving chase was Tatis and Profar, but back into the seats. Very high at 97. Now tonight marks game number 49. That means 11 left to play.
Goes by so quickly, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, this is.
I mean, the team's been playing well
down the stretch, and that is strike 3. 8 strikeouts for Dinelson Lamet, 1 down in the 5th.
And what do you know, it was the slider. Talked about it quite a bit, and there it is. Freezes him right on the outside corner.
1 out, and Austin Barnes coming up. He walked and scored the game's only run in the 3rd inning. Rips it foul the other way. Two walks allowed by Lamet, who's only allowed 3 hits. This one jolted to center field. Grisham going back, and he'll get there. Backpedaling, shy of the track to reel it in. 2 down. Now through the first 48, best record through 48 games for the Padres. The 98 Padres 31-17. The 2020 Padres 31-17. Of course, we know that team went to the World Series.
Yep, just getting into the dance. Hey, winning the division's great. Just getting there. Sometimes it's not the best team. Donnie, you know this. It's the hottest team.
Absolutely.
Who's playing well.
Well, back when there was only one wild card, it's amazing how many of those wild card teams ended up winning the World Series.
Giants 1 year. Marlins.
Red Sox.
Red Sox. That's right.
You go in as the number 4 seed and you win it all.
That's a special year. That's when you know things are clicking.
Or that you're playing great baseball at the right time.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of those teams unfortunately kind of peaked maybe during the regular season. And that's what makes this so interesting, this 60-game schedule. I mean, every game was so important this year to your fate. Pitch 75 is fouled back by Betts.
When was opening day? July 28th?
Yeah.
26th? That's when the playoffs started, as far as I'm concerned.
Pretty much. Game 1.
Yeah.
Got to win. Must win. That's a grounded foul.
Looked like Mookie was checking on Austin Nola there. Looked like he maybe got him on the backswing. Watch the bat of Mookie on the backswing here. Maybe not. Because he put his hand on his shoulder.
Betts strikes out, and Lamet gets him. That's 9 strikeouts for Lamet. A 1-2-3 fifth. 1-0 Dodgers. Go. Ballast Point says cheers to San Diego with this beautiful look at America's finest city. And a beautiful night it is. Very comfortable conditions for game 1 of this 3-game series. 2 Southern California teams going head to head, the Dodgers and the Padres. This is to left field, and that ball is going to be a fair ball. Headed to the left field corner for Cronenworth. Headed for second base is Cronenworth. He's got himself a leadoff double to begin the bottom of the 5th inning. Well, you can really hear that Padres dugout.
First pitch offering on the breaking ball. Looked like a slider, a high slider. Just fair. And Jake Cronenworth with that double. He's hitting .500 this season on the first pitch. Small sample size, 2 for 4. Now 3 for 5 with a home run. His 13th double bagger of the season.
Here's Profar, the runner at second, nobody out. And he was showing bunt, then got his fingers and bat back out of the way.
Yes, please. Kershaw wants an appeal. Does he offer at it? I don't think he did. You, John?
I don't think he did either.
Yeah.
Fouled back, and it's 1-1. Taking a full rip right there.
Yeah. That was 92 fastball, caught a lot of the plate.
Some good numbers with runners in scoring position, 344. Cronenworth doubled to start this, the bottom of the 5th inning for San Diego. Profar grounds it softly foul. I'll feel pretty much straight up here on Profar. Waits on a 1-2 pitch from Clayton Kershaw. And takes it the other way to right, but right at Betts, and he'll make the catch. Cronenworth not going anywhere as Betts fires into Chris Taylor. 1 down. I'm going to bring up Jorge Oña. Oña with a single to center, 1 of 2 Padres hits in this game. The center fielder, step or 2 towards the left center. Not much though. Grounded foul.
Man, that pitch caught a lot of plate as well. But a little bit of movement on that slider makes it tough to square it up.
These 2 teams previously met 7 times, and the Padres are 3-4 against LA. These last 3 games here at Petco Park, the last of the regular season against each other.
Ooh. Good layoff. Looked like it could have been a strike.
Cronenworth with his walking lead off second. Represents a tying run. Swing and a miss on Oña, and it's 1-2. Oña now, Mateo next. Padres batting in their half of the 5th.
Good layoff right there. That's exactly what Kershaw wants you to do. Offer at that pitch, down by your back foot. Good recognition by Jorge right there.
Cronenworth at second base, 1 out. Big pitch coming here to Onya. And he grounds it foul. We'll do it again. Let's take a look at StatCast powered by Google Cloud and Clayton Kershaw and the curveball.
How about the old number 2? Yeah, he likes to throw it, especially with 2 strikes. He'll get hitters guessing, and here you go. 12 strikeouts via the curveball this season, and they're pretty much all over the place, but he tries to keep it down, and the ones, a lot of them to right-handed hitters on the inner part of the plate. If that ball is swung at, 3 things could happen. Swing and miss, foul ball off the shin, or you're going to pull it down the left field line. It's a very tough pitch to keep fair.
Onya fouls it back. Fastball that time that was up. Next pitch will be the 70th of the game for Kershaw through 4 1/3 innings right now. The thing is, though, even with the high pitch count for both starters, both these bullpens, outstanding. Swing and a miss, and Onya strikes out. That's 7 Ks for Kershaw, 2 down.
He went back to it. Went back to that slider. And look where it ends up. Down below the knee. In that area of the back foot. Boy, out of the hand. It looks so inviting. It looks like it's going to be a strike. And then it's out of the zone.
2 down. Cronenworth at second base, and Jorge Mateo struck out swinging in the 3rd. And the second look at Clayton Kershaw tonight. Jumping on that first pitch, fouling it off. That short fencing just beyond the Dodgers dugout.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's a tough pitch to keep fair. If it's in that one spot, it's really tough to do anything with it.
Flared foul, and it's 0-2. Kershaw trying to work his way around a leadoff double by Jake Cronenworth, and now he wants to talk to his catcher. They meet about halfway, and he'll stroll back towards the mound. Two outs, Cronenworth at second base, and Mateo down 0-2.
Well, I'll guarantee you one thing. Kershaw told Barnes what he wanted to do. He just wanted to be on the same page. I don't think Austin Barnes is going to overrule what Clayton Kershaw wants to throw.
It's high for ball 1.
Curveball slipped.
Tying run at second base right now for San Diego. There he is. Mateo strikes out, and Kershaw does work his way around the leadoff double. It's 1-0 LA. Going the first 5, giving up 2 hits, no runs. Lamet on the first 5, 3 hits, 1 run. 9 strikeouts for Lamet, 8 for Kershaw. So that means Padres pitchers have struck out 9 Dodgers batters. Now all Padres fans that visit participating Petco locations tomorrow and sign up for Pals Rewards will receive a free pound of dog treats. Plus, the Petco Foundation will grant $500 to support local animal welfare efforts.
You know, I look at that graphic we just showed regarding the pitchers, and the one thing that sticks out, the walk ended up scoring. Austin Barnes in the 3rd inning. One of the 2 walks issued tonight for Lamet.
Padres shifting. Here's Corey Seager. He was 1 for 2. He had A ground out in the third inning that scored Austin Barnes from third base, who would walk to start that inning. Into the shift right side, it's Mateo. And it's out number one of the sixth inning. That'll bring up Jock Peterson. And this has a feel tonight, and strangely, without any fans here at the ballpark, this has a playoff type feel. You got two very good starters, two very good teams. It's got that feel.
Donnie, I was a millisecond away from saying the exact same thing. You're absolutely right. Pitch for pitch, hitters grinding, trying to put together good at-bats. Dodgers took advantage of the walk, the double by Betts. Cronenworth, first pitch, Hacken, double, left stranded. Seen decent defense. No team has taken advantage of a miscue as far as the ball being thrown. There's been a couple balls, thrown but deflected. But still, good game.
Peterson 0 for 2. He has struck out twice, both times swinging. And again, 9 strikeouts for Lamet. That's through 5 1/3.
That last pitch from Lamet, the slider taken for a ball low. I'm wondering from this point on how long Lamet's in there. If the Dodger hitters will start spitting on that pitch.
Skied to center, has Grisham going back to the dirt of the warning track, but he's there to make the catch. 2 down. One of the deepest portions of Petco Park, but handling it with room is Grisham. That'll bring up Max Muncy. Gotten out of the cleanup spot. Strikeout victim swinging in the first. One of the 3 hits the Dodgers have put together. He singled to center field to start the 4th inning. That season average has dipped under 200 for Max Muncy. Dodgers as a team hit at 255 coming in. The Padres at 266. Mets are leading the National League in that category at 278. Padres are 3rd with the Braves between the Mets and Padres. Once he grounds one foul outside of first. This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres. 2 down, 6th inning. Muncy takes that one in the dirt, and it's 2-2.
You mentioned the batting averages of both clubs. Donnie, I'll be quite honest with you. I cannot remember the Padres as a club hit 266.
Been a while.
218, 221, 215.
And last year with a record number of strikeouts.
Remember there were like 3 or 4 innings of strikeouts.
Yes.
Like 16 punches.
I do quite well. I mean, they were 14, 15 times a night for a stretch last year.
180-degree turnaround.
Taylor waiting on deck. A lot of credit going Damian Easley's way, too. Payoff pitch. And a swing and a miss. Lamet picks up his 10th strikeout. A 1-2-3-6, the 1-0 LA lead. Over the years, as far as lefty legends go in the Dodgers organization, Sandy Koufax played Kershaw. He said it many times. It's just an honor to be mentioned in the same sentence, but it is pretty startling.
Yes, it is. Lefty legends, no doubt. Love Sandy Koufax. Love to watch Clayton Kershaw. The one thing that sticks out is the postseason win and loss. Not really a good ledger for Clayton Kershaw at a 9-11 record, but the bottom line is he's gotten there. The career record is amazing. And the thing, I always love this little nugget about Sandy Koufax, which I had the pleasure to meet in rookie ball as a 17-year-old, which was really, really cool. Sandy Koufax retired at the age of 30 in 1966. He finished with this is unbelievable. His last season, he had to retire because of arthritic elbow. He was 27-9 with a 1.73 ERA, and he shut it down after that.
It's incredible.
Unbelievable. That's one of my most amazing fun facts that I love about this great game of baseball. He pitched 323 innings.
Now you can't get to what? 200?
Right.
1-1 pitch is going to miss to Trent Grisham, hitting it off here in the 6th inning. Grisham, Tatis, and Machado here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Padres trailing by a run. In the air to deep right field for Grisham. It's gone, and the Padres tie it 1-1. One swing of the bat will get it done. Home run number 9 of the year for Grisham has tied this game off Clayton Kershaw.
Oh, we got some chirping going on. Trent Grisham crushed this baseball, and he watched it. He was in the batter's box when that ball was struck. There was no doubt about it. 6th home run surrendered by Kershaw this year, and there's Grisham's reaction. Looking towards his teammates. And then when he rounded third base, some chirping from the Dodgers dugout, he retorted. Still seems like there's some barking going on.
There's Tatis, who takes a hack for strike 1. I'd say it's on.
Yeah. We see guys watch it all the. I mean, this is a big game. This is a big game. And, you know, I take into account if a Dodger did that. Hey, you know what? It's part of the game. Heat of the moment. It's a pennant race. It's on, as you mentioned, Don. I agree.
Rattle foul down the right field line. You get a look at him coming around third base. He hears it. It says some stuff. He couldn't say it. Stuff has been said.
Yeah.
Oh-2 pitch. On the ground up the middle, they're in a shift. This is Lux. And Tatis is out and kind of angrily diving towards the bag there, that leap for out number 1. Trent Grisham's tied the game with one swing of the bat.
You know, he knew he got it, and he looked towards his dugout and his teammates because he was fired up.
I have zero issue with what he did.
And you know, I don't either. And I would have zero issue if Gavin Lux did that, if Max Muncy did that. It's a big game. It's baseball. We've seen much worse than that.
Old school baseball is no more.
Yeah.
Machado with a hack, and that's strike 1. I think we learned that earlier on this year on the 3-0 swinging grand slam by Fernando Tatis Jr., where old school baseball and unwritten rules are right now. It's not the same game.
No.
Machado's fly to left. He's fly to right. He's 0 for 2. It's popped up. From first comes Muncy onto the infield grass. And that is out number 2.
That was in Manny's happy zone, too. Talk about the hot zones and what he likes to do in certain pitches in certain areas. That was in. It was down a little bit, working underneath it a little bit too much.
There's Austin Nola, who's 0 for 2. He's grounded back to the mound and grounded out to short. Back to the Padres pitching for a moment. Nelson Lamet, first pitcher to strike out 10 Dodgers in a game this season. And he's done it in the first 6 innings. Ninth career double-digit strikeout game for Lamet, and the 3rd this season. Back for the Dodgers, it's only happened 5 times all last year. One of them was also Lamet. Struck out 10 Dodgers September 25th here at Petco Park. So been there, done that. Doing it again tonight. That is strike 3. Nola takes it. 9 strikeouts for Kershaw, but the damage is done. Trent Grisham has homered. His 9th of the year, ties this game 1-1 at the end of 6 from San Diego. Pitching in this game, Kershaw 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 9. To Nelson Lamet, 1 earned run in 6 innings, and he's punched out 10. Trent Grisham ties the game with a solo home run in the bottom of the 6th inning, and it is 1-1, and to the 7th we go. And Nelson Lamet with 89 pitches back out there, ready to face Chris Taylor, Cody Bellinger, Edwin Rios, scheduled here in the 7th for LA. High fly ball towards Grisham in center, goes back a bit and takes care of out number 1.
Yes, sir. We've got ourselves a pitcher's duel, and 2 starters still out there, Lamet, and I'm just kind of looking at the pitch totals. Last time out for Dinelson, 111. Last time out for Kershaw, 87. Kershaw only went 5 innings last time out against the Diamondbacks.
He's at 87 right now.
Yeah.
Is Kershaw through 6. Nelson Lamet has retired the last 8 Dodgers in a row with his 91st pitch.
But Donnie, like you mentioned earlier, this Dodger bullpen, first in the National League, second in Major League Baseball with a 2.71 ERA.
Bellinger taking a pretty good hack right there, but it's 1-1. They shift on him with Machado in short right. High drive, deep right field. If it stays fair, it's gone. It's down the line, and it is a foul ball. That was a shot, but foul.
Boy, you talk about trajectory of the ball off that bat. Cody Bellinger is one of the best at doing that.
I'm looking at the pole. I'm watching it go over the pole, and you kind of, it's like a field goal. Which side is it on?
This is unbelievable. Strike 2.
1-2 pitch. Takes it the other way, and this will stay in the yard. It is Profar for out number 2. Now a quick word from Fix Auto Collision Centers.
Fix Auto Collision celebrates the summer road trip. For any unplanned turns, call or visit your nearest Fix Auto Collision Center today.
2 outs, 9 in a row, retired by Lamet. Edwin Rios coming up. 0 for 2. He has struck out twice. Swinging in the 2nd, swinging in the 4th inning. Padres shift on the right side. Machado, short right field. The 2-1-1 D. 98 and nicely placed.
Whoa.
Just clanking off the glove of Nola. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. The pen is busy, but Lamet continues to mow down hitters. You got Adrian Morejon in the pen along with Pierce Johnson. He may have gone, and he did go. Ball is away, a long way away, and now Rios is taken off. Nola didn't know where it was, and he'll reach.
Did he hit Nola on the backswing? Therefore, they're calling him out.
Might have. Dave Roberts is out to argue it. The umpire is calling him out. The ball got away, and Nola had no idea where it was. It was all the way back to the backstop. So that will end the inning. The strikeout is number 11, and we'll see.
Oh no, it had nothing to do with that.
I don't get it. Actually looked like it hit him, and he swung at it, so he would be out.
Dead ball, strikeout.
There you go. It's a strikeout.
You're
he
right.
Can't reach first. So
That's
there
right.
you have it. So 11 strikeouts, game tied 1-1. Last of the 7th in a tie game, and Will Myers takes a look at ball 1 from Clayton Kershaw. Myers, Cronenworth, and Profar expected in the bottom of the 7th inning. Will is 0 for 2. He's popped out to first and struck out swinging. Next pitch will be the 90th for Kershaw of his outing. Here's a 2-1 to Myers. Downstairs, a ball 3. Padres got the home run from Grisham last inning in the 6th to tie it up 1-1. Myers with a swing and a miss makes it a full count.
3-1 slider. And it was a legitimate strike as well. If taken, it would have been called a strike. Caught a lot of the zone. Might go back to it.
Myers hits it on the ground, and diving it short as Taylor gets up, and his throw will be late. Myers beats it out. Infield hit to start things at the bottom of the 7th inning. Well, he's got great speed. You forget about it because he's so big.
And you know what? As soon as that ball was hit and Taylor dove for it, Will down the first base line looked like he bellied out a little bit, thinking that that ball was going to get through, and then he had to straighten it up to get to first base as quickly as he can. How close is it? Whoa. That's close.
They're going to challenge close.
That is. Oh. Oh.
I don't know if there's enough there to overturn it.
Yeah.
Call on the field is safe. Dodgers are challenging.
That's about as close as it gets, isn't it, Donnie?
Yes, it was. Because again, it doesn't have to be in the back of the glove, just has to be in the cylinder of the glove.
And that's why you're taught to go touch the front of the bag.
Wow. But it's so close.
Oh.
Is there enough to overturn it?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen one this close. Wayne Kirby thinks he's safe.
And he is safe, so call stands. Dodgers lose their challenge, and Myers aboard at first to begin the bottom of the 7th inning. Jay Cronenworth Struck out swinging. He doubled the lead off the fifth, but never got to leave second base. Kershaw worked around it. Fastball by him. 93 and turned out to be right down the middle. Dodgers are shifting here as Taylor goes to the right side of the infield, barely to the right of second base, but he's there. Popped up foul, that'll get out of play. Now with the 2 strikes, Edwin Rios, third baseman for LA, going to the right side. A newly constructed shift put on here by Dave Roberts and the Dodgers. In the air to left field. Towards the line comes Peterson. And he makes the catch for out number 1 at the bottom of the 7th inning. Myers back to first. That'll bring up Jerks and Profar. Now, since Padres have hit a home run tonight, you get a free Jumbo Jack tomorrow with a purchase of a large drink.
Well, I'm kind of anxious to see if Jerks and Profar offers it the first pitch. Kershaw likes to get ahead. You might be thinking breaking ball because Jurickson on the first pitch this year is hitting .467, 7 for 15 with 2 home runs.
Over first base and Myers back to the bag.
Might not be a bad idea this at bat to look for that first pitch to drive. I'd look slider first pitch. Go to Hacken.
Throw over and Myers easily back to the bag, just crossed over to get there. In there for strike 1. There was a slider. Ended up kind of hanging it a little bit too, but it was good for a strike.
Yeah, up and in a little bit.
Profar is grounded out to third, flied out to right in his previous 2 appearances tonight against Clayton Kershaw. That is strike 2. That was on the high strike call area.
Nice curveball right there. The most pitches that Kershaw, as we take a look at the old number 2. Profar's like, really? Oh well. Most he's thrown is 99 pitches. That was 2 starts ago for Kershaw.
On the ground and through a vacated right side into right field. Myers will throw the brakes on as he got to second. Betts was hoping he would try for third, but Myers remains at second base. Base hit for Profar. First and second, 1 down.
Yeah, if it's station to station, that's okay. There's no way you're going to take third base on Mookie Betts. It was just hit too shallow. The right fielder playing that way. He charged it nicely.
Here comes Dave Roberts. He is going to go out and looks like he wants to take the baseball from Kershaw. And Clayton's trying to talk him out of it. At 99 pitches, Kershaw's done, much to his chagrin. He departs with 1 out, 2 on for the Padres. We've got a pitching change from Petco Park in San Diego. Baseball brought to you by Petco, official pet coach of the Padres. By Ballast Point Brewing Company, born in San Diego and the official craft beer of the San Diego Padres. And by Auto Nation. Auto Nation's got the cars and trucks America wants. Done is Clayton Kershaw. After 99 pitches, 6 1/3, he's responsible for the 2 men on. That's Myers at second, Profar at first, 1 out. And he hands the baseball off to the bullpen and Pedro Baez.
Pedro Baez was activated off the IL Saturday. He missed a month with a strained right groin. He's got a four-seam fastball, a changeup, and a slider. About 94. He likes to throw a lot of fastballs up in the zone and sliders down. And once again, it's worth mentioning that this Dodger bullpen doing very, very well. First in the National League with a 2.71 ERA, second in Major League Baseball.
1 out, 2 on, and Jorge Oña, the batter, takes strike one. Oña singled off Kershaw in the third, struck out swinging in the fifth. Up and in at 94. Greg Garcia has come out on deck. Looks like he'll be hitting for Mateo. Jorge Mateo had struck out twice against Kershaw, 2 plate appearances tonight. And it looks like it'll be Greg Garcia. Swing and a miss. Big cut there for Oña to 95, right down the middle.
Oh, he wants that one back.
More Dodgers relievers. Blake Trinan has been used as the closer. Kenley Jansen has not been available, of course, closing many games himself in the past. Oña gets jammed off the thumb, sends it foul. Second deck. We talked about the Dodgers pen, and just because you get into their pen does not mean you're any better off. 2.71 ERA. That's second only to the Oakland A's in the majors.
Yeah, 196 strikeouts collectively, 47 games, a record of 20-10 for that Dodger bullpen.
Oña sends it to left field down the line. Peterson headed over, is not going to get there. Coming around from second is Myers. He'll score, and the Padres take a 2-1 lead. Jorge Oña. Run charge to Kershaw.
He is so strong, he takes a huge cut that if he gets beat with a pitch, this is a four-seamer in. Look where he hits that ball. Off the label. Softly enough to where it dumps in there. No chance for Jock Peterson. Glenn Hoffman gives the green light to Will Myers. Padres got action at second and third.
You give him credit for a double and an RBI. Infield in, and they're shifting with that infield in on the right side, and it's Garcia pinch hitting. What a big spot this is for Greg Garcia.
He's the guy you want up too. We've seen him come through big time in the past, not only this year but last year as well.
Off the bench into the game, pinch hitting with runners at second and third.
And he realizes the situation. Infield in, it doesn't have to really swing out of his shoes. Just play a little pepper, put the ball in play, even a fly ball to the outfield, score a run.
Profar at third, Oña at second, 1 down. Take strike one, grab the inside corner. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2.
Nice changeup from Baez there.
Battle back.
Yeah, that's probably his best secondary pitch. Four-seamer and the changeup. Those are his go-to pitches. He'll mix in a slider once in a while.
Profar at third, Onya at second, one out, a run already in. Garcia fouls it back to the screen, stays alive. Deep breaths. On deck, Trent Grisham, who homered to tie the game. Now the Padres have the lead, looking to obtain some insurance. Profar. Onya. 2-2 pitch coming, but Baez asks for time, backs off.
How about Greg Garcia this year, hitting .375 in the pinch?
It's an art.
Sure is.
It's not easy to do. Fouls off another. Infield in all the way around here for the Dodgers. No shift anymore. They're straight up. In the dirt, and it's ball three. Full count, a good scoop by Barnes. Eighth pitch of this plate appearance. This pinch hit appearance for Greg Garcia coming up. Baez in the midst of a meeting with himself off the hill. Garcia hits onto the ground to first. Muncy is going to come home with it, and safe at the plate, getting in from third is Profar. He eludes the tag. Padres take a 3-1 lead. Muncy had him but couldn't throw him out.
I don't know why Max Muncy did not run at the runner, Jerks and Profar at third base. It was that little right there. That's when Profar made the decision to commit home. The nice slide away, got the back end of home plate. The race is on, and he most definitely wins it right there. Why Muncy didn't just run right at him, I don't know, but that's a big break for San Diego. Great base running by Profar.
Garcia gets an RBI. He reaches on the fielder's choice. As Profar, the great slide, gets in, and the Padres have a 3-1 lead. That hiccup, though, you're right. Thinking about tagging the bag at first costs him.
Yeah.
That split second. Onya remains at second, so it's first and second. Still just one out, and here is Grisham.
You know, you figure if you run right to Profar, okay, you run him back to the base he came from. Okay, then the runners are still moving up. You at least get an out, which would be 2 outs, and it's a wash because it would still be second and third with 2 outs. But in this event, that one little glitch, run for San Diego, and still only 1 out.
A moment of indecision. Ball and a strike to Grisham. Struck out looking in the third. Homered in the sixth to tie the game 1-1. Oh, and by the way, the 2 runs that have scored in this inning are charged to the starter, Clayton Kershaw. 6 1/3, 5 hits. He's charged with now 3 runs. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 9. Now it's time for the Callaway long ball. Trent Grisham tied the game in the 6th inning with home run number 9 of the year for the Padres center fielder. 397 feet away, 104.9 on the miles per hour. And the launch angle at 28. The bat flip and the stare. I'm not sure what they were at. It's up top for ball 3. So far, Baez has not been able to record an out. He's thrown 17 pitches, top of the order. Fernando Tatis Jr. waiting on deck.
Well, when Grisham is ahead in the count this season, .469 average with 5 home runs. 15 for 32 in that category.
On the ground to first base, Muncy will go to second and throw it into left field. So coming around Azonia, he will score on the errant throw, and the Padres take a 4-1 lead. They tried the double play. Instead, it ends up in left field, and the Padres add another run.
Well, I know Clayton Kershaw's not on the mound anymore, but that was one of my keys to avoid the strikeout against the left-hander. Hey, avoid the strikeout against any Dodger pitcher. Put the ball in play, and you never know what's going to happen.
Pitching change again for LA. They'll move on to their 3rd arm of the night. It's 4-1 now, Padres. Another Padres run. They lead it 4-1. 1 out here still in the bottom of the 7th inning, and a new pitcher now for LA. Blake Treinen into the game.
Well, he notched his first save of the season on Wednesday night. Blake Treinen, the erstwhile National. 2-seamer slider, a 4-seamer, and a cutter. He's got a 2-seamer that's about 97-98. ERA at 2.5. Opponent's only hitting 200. He has kept the ball in the yard. 16 punch-outs in 21 innings for the right-hander.
Fernando Tatis Jr. coming up here as Pedro Baez can only look on now. He did not record an out. Gave up a hit and so far a run. Didn't walk anybody, nor did he strike anybody out. And the Dodgers have moved on to Blake Treinen. With runners at 1st and 2nd, here is Tatis. And he had no success against Kershaw tonight. He had been 0 for 3 against Clayton Kershaw. Striking out twice and grounding out to second base. Strikeouts are both swinging. Fouled off to the right, out of play. 97 from Treinen. He still brings it.
How about that 97-mile-an-hour lane changer from Treinen, Donnie? It's nasty, huh?
Pretty good.
It's worth repeating.
That is low and away.
Still only 1 out. That's got a good ring to it.
Yes, it does. Taking advantage of the miscue in the inning as well. Given the opportunity, games like this and the postseason, you have to get the runs in. And the Padres have gotten 1 so far after the throwing error by Muncy. And really the misplay at first base by Muncy, deciding to come home late.
Yep.
And, I mean, even though that was not technically an error, it was a mental error.
Yes, most certainly was. And once again, speed won out on that one. It was that one little turn, committing to first base, and that profile was off. It was fun to watch.
For the Padres.
Yes. Yeah, most certainly.
1st and 2nd with 1 out in the inning. A 3-run bottom of the 7th so far. in the dirt and blocked nicely by Barnes. No advance.
You know, Don, I know we've been talking about that play quite a bit, but here's another thing Muncy could have done. Cradle that ball and run to the runner coming down the first baseline while eyeing Profar. I mean, the runner's got to come down the first baseline. If he could tag him if he wants and then run right at Profar and go back to third base. Rather than, okay, are you going to go? No. I'll go. You're going to? I'll go to the back. Oh, you're scored.
It all took too long.
Yeah.
And you still have to credit Profar on the slide. That was a really good slide.
Great slide.
Seventh member of the Padres to bat here in the bottom of the seventh inning. Profar getting in. And he scored the third Padres run. Kershaw charged with 3 runs in his 6th and a third. Didn't want to leave this game. This one is chopped softly left side. It'll be cut off. No, nobody's going to get it. Tatis will reach. Trying to cut it off was Rios in front of Taylor. He couldn't field it. Taylor couldn't get it either. So Fernando with his speed, no problem. Aboard at first. Bases loaded now with 1 out.
Who says you got to scald one to the gap? Hit it off the sweet spot. How about a chopper off the plate and everybody is safe?
Checked up on both Rios and Taylor. It's a base hit.
We've seen this scenario before.
Oh, the base is loaded, you mean?
Yes.
Filled with Padres.
Drunk with monks. There's the slam counter. Stuck at 7.
On the ground, base hit into right field. From third base comes Garcia. He will score as Betts gets it back in, and the Padres take a 5-1 lead. Manny Machado with an opposite field RBI single.
One on, one off. Manny played a little pepper on the 2-seamer away. Nice easy swing. 6 hopper. And you gotta love the reaction. Oh yeah, Manny wants to eat cake. Let them eat cake. Oh, 1789, too soon?
Austin Nola's 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice and struck out looking. Nola chops one towards third base. Rios will tag out Tatis. But a run will score. In from third is Grisham, and the Padres add another run. On top 6-1. So 5 on assist on the putout of Tatis. As Nola reaches, he'll pick up an RBI, and the Padres have a 6-1 lead. Throw over and taking off and being thrown out at third base is Machado. He tried to steal it, and that will end this inning as they try to keep the pressure on. But the Padres come up with a 5-run 7th inning. Jorge Oña able to reach with a double that plates the go-ahead run, and then Profar gets in with a great slide. Padres on top 6-1. All right, thanks very much, guys. As here is Drew Pomerantz into the game for the Padres after a tremendous outing tonight by Nelson Lamet. He retired the last 10 Dodgers he faced. Now Pomerantz into his 17th. And a grounder by the pinch hitter, Kike Hernandez, down to third, and Machado's throw is high, but coming down on the bag is Cronenworth for the out. Nicely done on the other side by Cronenworth. He brings it down, one down.
Well, first of all, it doesn't surprise me that Manny gets this ball. Now, once he gloves it, the patented Manny Machado flip throw with some fuzz on it. A little high, Cronenworth. Come back down, find the bag. Nicely done, Jake. I'll tell you what, he's been impressive. Early on in the season, when Eric Hosmer wasn't available, he did a great job at first base, and he showed it right there on that play.
Austin Barnes has walked and flied out to center. Kike Hernandez, incidentally, was pinch hitting for Gavin Lux, with a left-hander now in the game, and that left-hander is going to miss at 95. So the line tonight on Lamet: 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. He walked 2, struck out 11 through 98 pitches. I'm waiting to hear this. His ERA is now 2.12.
Wow. That's a great night in the big leagues for the right-hander.
Pomerantz falling behind, 3-0. There's a strike, poured in there at 94. Barnes walked and scored the only Dodgers run back in the 3rd inning. And that's ball 4. He walks again. So a 1-out walk here. And it's time for the Geico Make It Easy plays. And it's the starting pitcher for the Padres, the Nelson Lamet.
He was on tonight. I mean, with everything before this game, the pump, the circumstance, the numbers, both clubs, the Dodgers hitting, he was on his game. We talked about the slider, and he delivered. 11 strikeouts. And as Don mentioned, only 3 hits. He walked 2, one of them scored. He was in complete control tonight.
1 out, 1 on. Here's Mookie Betts. He'll take strike 1. Betts has grounded out to second, double to right, and struck out swinging. One of the 11 strikeouts for Lamet. That walk to Barnes breaks up a stretch of 11 Dodgers retired in a row by Padres pitching. Strike 2. Pomerantz going right at him.
Yeah, filling up the zone with strikes. Very aggressive in the strike zone.
Up in the pen is Josh Sborz right now for LA. We have seen Baez and Trinan in relief. One, 2, and that's up and away. 2-2. Corey Seager waiting on deck. Popped up foul off to the right out of play, and we'll do it again here. 2-2. Lead off first base for Barnes, held on over there by Cronenworth. Did he go? They'll check. No, he did not, says Quinn Walcott, first base umpire. Betts will strike out looking. He spins out of the box and takes with him the first K for Drew Pomeranz. 2 down in the 8th inning.
Good downward plane right here from Pomeranz from the left-hander. Right at the knees at 97 in the outside corner. Not much you can do with that. There's the four-seam fastball coming at you. Wow.
2 down, Barnes at first, and it brings up Corey Seager. He's 1 for 3, single back in the first. His ground out in the third produced the only Dodgers run so far tonight. That was in the 3rd inning. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and a strike. It's like A.J. Pollock has come out on deck for L.A. He would bat for Jock Peterson. Now the lefty, Drew Pomeranz, in this game. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. High heat at 97. Flip foul off to the left out of play. Now look at the standings heading into tonight's action. Padres 2.5 back. So much of the season spent about 5.5 games back. But down the stretch they go. And the Padres on top tonight 6-1 in game 1 of this 3-game series and battle from Petco Park in San Diego. Seager pokes it foul. Next pitch will be the 20th of this inning. Drew Pomeranz. His second go around as a Padre. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Seager. Back-to-back Ks for Pomeranz. We're headed to the bottom of the 8th. Padres on top 6-1. Padres take a 6-1 lead to the bottom of the 8th inning, game 1 of this 3-game series. The Dodgers will move on to their 4th pitcher. Josh Spore's into the game now for LA.
26-year-old made his major league debut last year with the Dodgers. Throws basically just 2 pitches, the 4-seamer and the slider, about 95. This season enters his 3rd game. Small sample size, only 2 frames thrown by the right-hander.
Time called. Door open center field, and Bellinger will go close it. It's kind of close.
Yeah, still ajar.
He's going to need some help coming from the pen to try to help out back there. Will Myers leads it off here in the 8th. Will has popped out to first, struck out swinging and singled. Came around to score the 2nd Padres run, put him on top in the 7th inning. Part of what was a 5-run 7th. Myers drives this to deep right center field. Mookie Betts going back. Myers has left the building. Home run to right field for Will Myers. His 13th of the year, and the Padres take a definitive 7-1 lead.
Don, you mentioned it earlier. We talked about Will Myers and the way he was swinging the bat in spring training in Peoria, and that was classic Will Myers right then and there. Four-seamer, down the middle, back it up a little bit, hands first, barrel to follow. Oh, it's got that sound. Oh, yeah, got that right.
Jay Cronenworth will take strike one. Struck out, doubled, and flied out to left.
Oh, the Roosters crowing. El Gallo styling. Rock on with your natural-born self there, Will Myers.
Sprayed foul off to the left, out of play. So Kershaw gives up 3 runs in 6 1/3. Baez didn't record it out and was charged with 3. Trying in an inning, no runs. Actually make that 2/3 for Trinan. In the air, foul off to the left, and we'll do it again. 0-2. Outfield about straight away on Cronenworth. Doubled back in the 5th inning. It's a 1-for-3 night on a night in which he started at first base and is still there. To left down the line. Peterson on the run, and Peterson won't get it. Knocks it down, kicks it into foul ground, and Cronenworth will stand at second base with a double. Not hit hard, but again, well placed. We've seen a few down there, down that left field line.
Just putting the ball in play. Four-seamer. Get out of there. He gets the hands in, flares it the opposite way. And you know what they say, Don? That's a line drive in the scorebook.
Well, the Padres have been 3 for 9 with runners in scoring position on the night. Jurickson Profar 1 for 3 in this game. He singled to right field in the 7th inning and came around to score the 3rd Padres run. Dodgers shifting on the right side. Profar skies one to center, sending Bellinger back shy of the track for out number 1. It's so deep, Cronenworth's going to try it, and he'll get to third standing, and went over the bag and gets back barely.
Well, I don't know why he didn't slide. Yeah, Jake is shaking his head. He may think the same thing as, yeah, you got to hit the dirt there. Glenn Hoffman's like, back to the bag. How close was it? It was close.
So he is 90 feet away with 1 out. The infield will be brought in. A grounder foul towards the end of the Dodgers dugout. Onya coming up with a double in the 7th inning. And this was one of those not hit all that hard, but well placed.
Yeah, he fought it off nicely. Like Cronenworth, double. Onya, the same thing. And an RBI to go along with it.
Infield playing about halfway on Onya here with 1 out and Cronenworth at third. And that bounces well in front of the plate. Another great block by Austin Barnes. Saves a run.
Very nice play by Barnes. You know, the short hops are easy. I shouldn't say easy. I should say less difficult. The ones way out in front of home plate, very hard.
Swing and a miss for Onya, and it's 1-2. Chasing that fastball is headed down. Score's trying to find his bearings after giving up a leadoff home run to Myers. And then the double to Cronenworth, who's now at third with one out. Swing and a miss, and Onya strikes out. It was all hard stuff. That fastball by him for out number 2. Well, it's time now for the Bill Howe play of the game.
Jerks and Profar, and I agree with this wholeheartedly. Here's the situation. Garcia, tapper to Muncy. Muncy's like, oh, I'm going to get you. No, I'm going to go to first. Oh, I'm going to try to get you. But by that time, it's too late. Great reaction by Profar. Watch the slide. Foul territory. Got the back end of home plate. Great play all the way around. Speed coming into play in this Padres game tonight.
Garcia grounds one to short. Taylor to the backhand. His throw is good. And the inning is over. But the Padres get a run on the home run by Myers. 7-1 San Diego. Dodgers as we get ready for the top of the ninth. Let's revisit our keys to the game. Brought to you by your San Diego County Honda dealers.
Well, no defensive miscues. No errors. All the errors been with the Dodgers tonight. Grind out early lead. Game was tied at 1-1 in the 6th, and they took the lead with a 5-run 7th. And that's where we stand now, Donnie.
New pitcher is Pierce Johnson, the third of the night for San Diego.
Last time he was on the hill was Thursday against the Giants. He went an inning, struck out 2 Giants. Is scoreless and has allowed just 4 hits in his last 10 outings. That's over 6 1/3 innings of work for Pierce Johnson.
Jock Peterson to lead it off in the 9th inning. Padres into that familiar shift. It's Peterson, Muncy, and Taylor expected in the inning. And it's strike 1 from Pierce Johnson. So Pomeranz worked the 8th. No hits, no runs. He walked a batter and struck out 2. So that means Padres pitching. They struck out 13 Dodgers tonight. 11 for Lamet, 2 for Pomeranz. There's strike 2. 4 strikes.
Going into this game, the Padres as a pitching staff, strikeouts per 9.4, like 9.5. Tonight they blew that out of the water, as you mentioned, on 13 punches.
Bounces in 1-2. Max Muncy will be next, then Chris Taylor. And that is strike 3. Peterson strikes out for the first out of the 9th inning, making 14 Ks for Padres pitching tonight.
Peter at 95. Oh yeah, and he knew it. Just looking for the yacker right there.
1 down for Max Muncy, who has struck out, singled, struck out again. But he's not alone in that category tonight. Same shift employed here by the Padres for Muncy as he fouls the first one back to the screen. Check swing.
Wow.
What was a close pitch anyway? But he didn't go. And it's 2-1 as Pierce Johnson falls behind. Sprays it foul and evens a count of 2-2.
Tell you what, Don, from a pitcher standpoint tonight, San Diego's side of the scorecard, and I know we've talked about it, but it's just so impressive. Just filling up that strike zone with strikes. I mean, going right after these Dodger hitters. It's been impressive. Started with Lamet, Pomerantz, outstanding. Now Pierce Johnson.
Outfield playing for Muncy to go the other way. Infield in a shift. Full count now. Chris Taylor will be next for LA as they bat here in the ninth. With one away, a payoff pitch coming up. And that just missed. A little bit high, and down to first base goes Muncy. A one-out walk. What Johnson wanted to do, and now he'll deal with Taylor. That'll bring Machado back into the infield. We have the right-handed hitter coming up in Taylor. And he makes his way back in from right field. Tonight, Taylor has struck out twice, and last time up in the seventh, he flied out to center field. Line into right field, and this is trouble down to the right field corner as Muncy races for third. Going into second base is Taylor. Throw going back into the infield is errant, and trying to score from third, and doing so is Muncy. Nobody there to cut it off as Myers just fires it towards the mound. And the Dodgers get a run back. It's now 7-2.
Yeah, can't let that happen. Got to clean that up. I know it's a 7-2 lead, but can't be throwing the ball away that leads to Dodger runs in this last inning as Taylor stays on the breaking ball, spanks it the opposite way very nicely. We've seen that many times before.
So 7-2, and here's Bellinger sending one foul off to the left out of play. So that walk turns into a run in this inning for LA. Myers charge of the error, allowing the run to score. No RBI on the play.
You know, that's a tough error. He threw it went right under, I think it was Jake's glove. It went under somebody's glove. There was a cutoff man. I think that's a really tough error on Will. I really do.
Fights it off foul and is down on the count 1-2. Time the Padres pitchers have struck out 14 or more Dodgers in a game since October 4th of 2015. That was in San Diego. And they struck out 14 LA Dodgers. They have struck out 14 so far tonight. One down, ninth inning. 2-2.
Tried to go for 15 right there on that breaking ball down and in that. We've seen Bellinger swinging this many, many times, but that was a good take.
Checking the notes in the cap. That runner out there at second base and one out. A run in for LA. Fouled off to the left again. Battle continues. It's been a down year for the NL MVP, Cody Bellinger. Just a .218 average coming in. He has dropped down to the 6th spot in this Dodgers order. In the air foul down the left field line. 97 from Johnson. So tonight 7 from Lamet, who gives up 1 run. He walks 2, strikes out 11, gives up 3 hits. Pomeranz 1 inning, 2 strikeouts and a walk. And Pierce Johnson coming in here so far charged with a run. Grounded foul. And on we go.
And you can see Johnson trying to really get into Bellinger with the fastball, that breaking ball. That was a curveball there, fouled.
They don't want to let him extend.
No.
Grounded foul again. Ninth pitch coming in this at bat for Cody Bellinger with 1 out. Bellinger lifts a fly ball to left field. Profar coming in. He'll make the catch for out number 2 of the 9th inning. 2 down. What a battle that was, but in the end, Pierce Johnson gets Bellinger to fly out to left, 2 down.
Yeah, he stuck to his strength. He pummeled him with fastballs. There was a couple breaking balls in there, but it could not catch up to the heater. Hence the easy fly ball to left.
Two down, Taylor at second, and here's Edwin Rios. He's got 3 of the 14 strikeouts for Dodgers hitters in tonight's game. All of his were by Lamet, and hey, there's strike 1. Strike 2. 97. And up in the strike zone. Well, if the Friar faithful were here, they'd be standing as one right now at Petco Park in San Diego. With 2 outs and an 0-2 pitch coming to Edwin Rios. In the air to left field, sending Profar back. He will get there, and the Padres win. The Padres with a 7-2 victory over the Los Angeles Dodgers in Game 1 of the series. In impressive fashion come up with a run in the 6th, 5 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th. And had to come from behind again tonight and get it done in a big way. Will Myers with a home run as part of this victory tonight for the Padres. Now the Padres' magic number to clinch a playoff spot is now just 5 with the victory tonight against the LA Dodgers. Final again, Padres 7, Dodgers 2. Mike Pomeranz, what's in store?